That shit cut off on me last time. But when I was studying the work, right? Cause what you hear is you know, doc, bro, you deal with cycles, right? In those cycles, everybody got a time. That's why Caucasian women or white women been fucking black men, cause they knew what was happening.
Right.
Next is the mongoloid. They're
And it's
next,
happening right now.
and it's
Yeah.
happening right now.
They
So
trying to
by
bring back
time
that old
we
culture they got from us.
facts, so by time we 70, 80, gonna be looking like the koi sign again,
Yeah.
or the koi, excuse me, because koi sign is it doesn't exist, but they would look like the koi people. So then you go from there to it's gonna be the Indian women, right, or the true Asiatic, right, and then it goes back to the quote unquote Negroid. That's not gonna be in our time. That's not gonna be in our time. So the love that every other women have for the Negro man is in our time, right? When it starts to roll over, more women gonna start liking nigga men. You go to Japan right now and drop meat. I guarantee you, she gonna tell a bitch, you gonna tell a bitch, you gonna tell a bitch, you gonna have 6, 7 kids over there, and then it's gonna go to the Indian. But why over there? Because
Right.
look at the culture, right? The
Mhm.
women gonna start fighting back against the culture. This is how liberation usually happens. This is how liberation usually happens. So when it
Doc,
comes to
Doc
go
say
ahead,
they
cuz.
fall. Doc say the women fall in love with their sons.
No facts, but the reason they fall in love with they start falling in love with their sons is because daddy couldn't be in the house,
Right.
and it was their choice, right? But now you're gonna have. I'm gonna tell you what's gonna defeat the bullshit. There are more traditional people than there are non-traditional people, regardless of how they want to flip it or how they wish the world to look. There are more traditional people. So when and you know I love saying that because that's what they call you. Like, you get what I'm saying? When a Negro man is introduced to other families, usually he takes on the culture of that family. It'd be crazy as fuck, don't it? Nigga marry a Jewish woman and he now all of a sudden he's
He
Jewish.
Jew.
Right. L'chaim.
So that
Hey,
man,
you seen what I just sent you, cuz? I thought I sent that bit last night, but it didn't go through.
truth, truth. What I was gonna say, yeah, shit. Yeah, what I was gonna say. Okay, so like this what made me think about it is niggas love integrating with people. And what Negroes love integrating with people, the one thing they don't do is interrogate people. New guest, Pop, what's going on? Hiyoko, Chi, greetings, Chiantamo.
Estamos, bien, Ukla. What's going on, family? What's going
What up,
on?
Pa?
All right, all right.
Everything, everything. Yeah, so as I was saying, when it comes to integration, whether it's with a people, and as it say, like race, the right questions have to be asked because every race, quote unquote, is trying to breed themselves back into those that come from the original stock. So you have to interrogate these people before you integrate with them. You don't know what their intentions are. A bit could want to have your child just for their blood. A bit could want to have your child because they need a liver, or somebody in their family need a liver. culture, right? Culture clashes. So when it comes to dealing with other people, when it comes to trying to integrate into these groups, you have to ask the right questions. You have to figure out if these people, number one, are even on the same spiritual path as you. Because they not on the same spiritual path, you gonna get fucked. And in this same text, he talk about Japan moving into Africa and breeding with the African women and starting to set up their kingdom in Africa. This is going on today. This shit was written before it started, but it's going on today. But nobody's interrogating. Nobody's trying to find out why. They just doing what? Oh shit, bring the money, bring the clothes, bring whatever you got. We could be friends. Not understanding China's gonna run Africa. China's gonna control the world through Africa.
But you know what? That's funny that you mentioned about Japan because what most people don't know is, and they can go look this up to try to verify it. In World War II, if you notice, they didn't bomb Japan. They bombed Hiroshima and Nagasaki. That's where you had your original Negro Japanese at.
That's
Right
true.
there in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. They didn't bomb Japan. They bombed the
Yep.
original homeland of the Negro Black Dragons.
Of the
Right, the
niggas.
name
Facts.
Nagasaki
Yeah,
alone mean black.
yeah,
Facts.
Nagasaki mean black, and then that was their culture too. That was the lost culture of the samurai.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
They had to get
And in
rid of
order to
that
be a true samurai, you had to be what?
Negroid.
And that was before they was talking about the dude that was a slave. See, they just dropped that
Yeah,
Yeah,
part, but
Yasuke.
yeah, that's before that.
yeah,
You always had to have a Negroid feature to you because they needed you for certain things that that them eyes could not see from other
Them
people.
shamanistic
Yeah,
ways.
man, that shit getting deep.
Eddie,
But yeah,
Naba.
they taking it back to that because they need that original culture back. Not even the culture, bro. They need that
They
they
need the
need that
blood.
human. Yeah, they need that humanoid feature back, that Negroid feature back because they too gonna perish through the sun. So if they don't
Facts.
get that back, yeah,
Facts. Let me see. So let me read this part because this shit interesting. Um, let me see. So basically, son was saying like they use like how basically how they use their religion to integrate, right? Notice what bitches is doing, bro. All these free spirit bitches. Excuse me, I'm not monetized, so I don't care. Like, bro, just watch. Watch, bro. When them people, when them people hit the land with that Krishna worship, it's gonna be over, yo boy. When they hit the land with Karma Sutra, it's gonna be over, yo boy. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, yo boy. Cause they want us and they women. That's weird. That's rare. That's weird. White men wasn't going for that. That's where they folded at. Cause they ain't know they nuts was weak. Caucasian men didn't know they nuts was getting weaker and weaker and weaker by generation. So while they having babies with the woman, they know eventually it ain't too many black men, black women, and white men that lies like that. So everybody got a mixed breed uncle in certain generations. The Japanese though, they on some fuck that. We trying to fuck them all. I swear to God, the Japanese really trying to get in right now. They definitely trying to work their way in. But all of that, who's this? Hold on, that's two people. Oh, that's cuz he dropped again.
and it's gonna help them combat the Chinese.
I can't hear you, Crane. Mute real quick. What you say, Munt?
I say, and that's gonna help the Japanese combat the Chinese. The more people that they can get in their culture, they gonna be able to uh, go to war with their Asian cousins, because they still don't rock with the Chinese like they do. But
Facts.
they also gotta understand that even though they might be a better war people than the Chinese, Chinese outnumber them by so many people. So
What?
yeah,
Man, the fact that they even had the nuts to even try to go at them people is crazy. G shit. The fact
and
that they
then
even were
I don't
going
know
at
if you
them
seen
people
that
crazy.
movie, The Last Samurai. That movie like headline about the Chinese taking over and get that's who really wanted the Nagasaki gone was the Chinese people. They had to get rid of the samurai because bro, the samurai culture was too invasive in they land and alone themselves, bro. They had samurai walking the streets and shit in China, and they ain't like this shit, bro. If they had to do what they could to get rid of that culture, that way that they could start making their westward expansion. If it wasn't for them getting rid of the final samurai, going to war with the original Japanese, then yeah, Japan probably would control the Western Hemisphere that we know today versus the Mongols coming in and everything like that.
And bruh said some shit. Why I bitch say in their hearts they are the most devoted. So it's talking about those mixed, right? Or mixed breed. It says in their talking about them. So then it comes down and says, know the fact that the offspring of a Negroid and Caucasoid is never Caucasoid, but always Neutraloid. And the wish to be Caucasian, and once not accepted by the Caucasians, they become the blackest of the black leaders. Tell me, bro is not lying, yo, what? Kamala could fit in anywhere. When the crackers start calling her a nigga, that when she became black. Your mama Caucasian on paper. Your mother is Caucasian.
But you know what's so funny? If those that really study history, right? Um, the Hindu Kush, well, I just said it. They was a part of the Kush Empire at one time. But
That's
is she gonna come out and say that they was a part of the Indo Kush Empire?
and I'm glad you mentioned that because we know about the two Kush.
Right.
We know about the original and we know about hers, which, like you said, is that Indo Kush, right?
Right.
uh, would she? Cause we know what she practiced. It's not like it's a secret. You get what I'm saying? It might be sacred, but it ain't no secret.
Right.
She's a real. Her people are the ones that left their place of residence and mixed with the Cro-Magnon and the Nordic to create the Caucasian.
Right.
But them people don't study that shit for real. Damn, Kel, she dark skinned. She's a nigga. That's Caucasian shit. That's real.
Right.
That's cracker shit. Oh no, it's too. They got too many nations, so we ain't gonna know them by nation. We just gonna all lump them into Negro, black, color. It is what it is. They
That
don't
Right.
don't
look like
change
us.
what she identifies on paper though.
Like
Right.
facts. Then even over there, like in Africa, the niggas say when they it was me and I don't agree with with a lot of his takes, but it's one of his takes he said that was interesting. Neil deGrasse Tyson. And he said he was like bro, when Caucasians, he said when white people was classifying the world into races, they wasn't thinking about classification. They was thinking about color. Bruh said it was no science in this shit. He say so they went down into Africa and was like, shit, hey, they black. Like he like, but in Africa, you got the lightest and the darkest tones of people. You got the shortest and the tallest people, which don't live too far from each other. They don't even consider themselves the Twa and the Tutsi are not the same people.
Right.
They are not the same people. The Tutsi invaded the lands. The Tutsi invaded the lands. But according to their science, you Negro or they're in Africa, and their blood shows that they're from Africa, so they must be Africans. But the Tutsi ain't consider themselves that. They came into the land much later. They brought agriculture to the land. Them people there was just living off the land. Shit grew. It is what it is. We gonna eat what's provided for us. But their science, right? So even then, you have to interrogate. You have to study this shit for real. That lead me to my second point that's on my phone is uh the America is Egypt thing. Um, I ain't gonna lie, I got blocked today. Somebody with that America is Egypt shit. I asked them, do they teach that shit to their child?
What I can't understand is if you are an aborigine, why are you speaking about your land supposed to be Egypt?
You right about that, Paul, because I remember one day me and Lip was talking on the phone, and I said something. I forgot what we was building on, but I remember saying, "Yeah, trying to get." I said something about getting back to the motherland. Lip say, "What motherland?" He said, "Do you know where you from?" Boy, that opened up a whole can of worms for me because it had me thinking, like, damn, do I really know where I'm? That's what made me start digging into genealogy. So if you're gonna be like going back to what you just said, Pa, if you're gonna be sitting up here calling yourself American Indigenous or Aboriginal, why would you want to associate yourself with somebody else's land?
And you know what's so funny too, nephew? It's like this, right? The area that they calling the Grand Canyon, those places that by me and Red Crane being who we are, you know, I get to speak to many nations, right? Because of the position that I'm in. And you have those that was over there like the Ananazi and the Pab, which became also known as the Pablo, right? And you had the Navajo, and then you had the Utah, right? And you had all these other places, and you also had the Aztecs, right? You had all these people that been living there for thousands of years. And when I speak to those people and I ask them about the so-called Grand Canyon being Egypt, them people laugh and say, "Who said that? Who said that?" Go talk to those people in those areas. And I had I called one of the nations over there because, when old boy had his book, he said that Osiris came by way through the Grand Canyon and going through Texas and came through Louisiana and wind up by the Potomac River. So when I called these nations that he mentioned in the book, they also have Alichi as well. And you get to speak to those people when you let them know who you are. And they'd be like, "Oh no, that never happened." They say, "Wait, hold on. Don't Egypt supposed to be over there across the Great Pond?" Like, how did we get to fight Osiris? Like, That's not that story or creation story or migration story that they fought Osiris. That's not true.
Hell no. I say what's going on is something I said before. Lack of tribal information is allowing people to create some shit, but with them creating shit, what it's also doing is showing that they don't have what they're supposed to have, right?
Hmm.
And it's also showing that they're bullshitters. That's why I don't even go
Yeah,
at them like that.
they create they pretty much create themselves too in somebody else's story because
And
if
watch
we
this.
sit up here and say why have you done your genealogy, they gonna tell you most of the time they gonna tell you no, but they gonna be like, but I know my people from here, my grandma said so and so. Well, why you ain't go back and expand on what your grandma told you or your great
Right,
grandmother has spoke to you? Just because they told you Indian, that don't conjoin you in with everybody else in the land, because
right,
everybody else in the land ain't the same thing. That's where that grouping in come together. Oh, I'm Indian. Oh, I'm African. They still ain't left that concept
facts,
because if they knew better, they would be like, oh well, I can't even say I'm African because in Africa, that's a continent of hundreds of thousands of tribes. There are many people. And you don't, and they would get mad if you go over there and calling yourself just an African, because that's not what they are.
facts.
But this the thing too, right? They said, oh, they got a Buddha statue down there too, and they got a temple of Buddha. Okay, if they got a temple of Buddha, does that make it India or China?
Right.
Then, like, my question is, and I always ask this, because I know is who named the places in the Grand Canyon. This what I mean by interrogation.
Right,
You got to interrogate these niggas. I'm not when I talk to them, I don't ask them a question that I already don't have the answer to. So if they say, well, this is the temple of Isis or the temple of Ra and all of this shit, and I ask, well, who named it that? They don't know. The reason they don't know is because they never interrogated. They just take what these niggas is saying, take what they see and run with it. But had
yeah,
you said, well, damn, John Powell named it. Okay, well, did John Powell speak an indigenous American language? Nah, he didn't. Okay, so obviously the language he was using to name this shit ain't have shit to do with the land.
right,
That's number one. Number two, the shit ain't happened till what, 1800, 1899, somewhere up in there. You get what I'm
right,
saying? So you have a European naming things in America based off his knowledge of the world. You have Europeans naming towns Little Egypt, Little Italy, and niggas will say, well, oh look, that's Sparta and that's Athens, so Georgia must be Greece.
Right.
And since Georgia is Greece, that makes them the Greeks. And being that J and K are interchangeable, the Greeks are really the Creeks.
and you know who put out that map, nephew?
Who
There's a
that?
person. I'm gonna give you his name. Hiawatha. He go by Hiawatha from out of New York. He was the one in the 90s that was pushing this map that's called the exotic map of North America. And within that map, he was like, oh, the Moorish elders had said that everything was in reverse, that everything that happened over there didn't really happen over there, that happened over here. And I told him, I said, dude, why you telling that bullshit, man? Like, stop.
Yeah.
That's where you got that map from. And what most people don't know is that when you had those people like what's his name? Brigham Young and Joseph Smith and Charles T. Russell. Charles T. Russell's with the but the Jehovah Witness, right? All them right there was all a part of one Bible study group, and they broke off. The Mormons in them, they went through which became known as the Wagon Trail. Okay, when they left New York and going over towards the Western Plains and everything, and they wind up in Utah. Okay, you know what movie showed you that? Pull the dice when it was saying how the little girl kept on being haunted because she escaped from the Mormons, and that old preacher, he was a Mormon preacher, where he was saying, Diane, God is in his holy temple. They were showing where they had with it because it was like, oh, the world is coming to an end, because you know the Mormons and them saying that, and the Jehovah's Witnesses saying that at that time, right? But it's funny how her daddy had to go see a medicine man in order to get her back from the underworld. Wow. But anyway, that when they was going through the plains, they started naming those places in biblical texts from out of the Bible. That's how you get in
not
Moab, Utah.
not based. Yeah, they just naming it based on what they read or whatever, not based
Right,
on what was actually native to the people.
right. So that's what they did, because here you got people saying that Memphis is in Tennessee, but yet old boy with the books where rocks cry out said that Memphis is Mexico. Well, how Memphis gonna be Mexico if they say Memphis supposed to be in Tennessee, and that's why the Mississippi River is the Nile? Like, come on, bro. And then they say that Utah was Judah or Jerusalem, but yet Horace Butler said that Jerusalem was dealing with Peru. I'm like, y'all niggas just all confusing all over the fucking place. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you one thing for sure, two things for sure. Them niggas ass is retarded because I ain't gonna lie though. I know. Pretty soon it's gonna be a couple Israelites that's gonna start claiming to be Uchi. I know some already.
I about to say we seen Buddy out.
You know
Well,
some already.
they got one that's claiming Cherokee because he said that the 7 days was dealing with the 7 days of the harvest and the feast and everything. And, he said, and I'm like, oh, when the hell did that happen? But yeah, that's what they go wind up doing. But how can they claim that when the people predates the Israelites?
Cause the
Right.
the language,
Yeah.
the language. I think when somebody see Toso Taniwano Yadaha, they gonna say, "Oh boy, that's Judah." I swear to God, they already said Utah is
You die how
Judah
far?
and Uchi is you. Where they get the Utah, right? They gonna take Judah. Bro, y'all know I be seeing this shit. When y'all see an Israelite that say, "Oh yeah, we the Uchi," they was called Judah. Well, look, we gonna show you. Say Yadaha. That means what? We had the ceremonies. We the reason the Cherokee wear the fringes. I'm telling you. All right. All right. Watch this shit.
But the thing is, the fringes is not the way how it's written in the book of motherfucking Deuteronomy, in the book of Levi. I mean, the book of Leviticus. They
Levi,
don't,
Leviticus.
Yeah.
have the tassel. They don't have the tassel on each four corners. They got the
Mhm.
tassel going all the way around.
All the
That's
way
not in,
around.
yeah, that's not
Facts.
in the Torah or the Tanakh. To say
Facts.
it go all the way around. And then they don't even much know the reason why they got the fringes on their motherfucking regalia anyway. I do. I know the
Yeah,
reason.
they don't know, and I'm gonna tell you how they don't know, because they knew they wouldn't say they the reason that the Cherokee wear it.
Right. It just
Them
is
boy,
like
listen.
it's just like the reason why a horse got a tail on his ass. And you know what that's used for.
Yeah, nah. Yeah, I walk around with a daily with tissue. But nah, man, like all of this, my thing is like my focus is teaching what's right because it's no way people teaching this shit on the net and they not teach it. Imagine your kid come home and say America is Egypt. Cause little Ron daddy told him, man, you can't hang around little Ron no more.
Bro.
Why not?
What do
Because Lil
you
Ron Ron getting misinformation from somebody, somewhere.
mean? Lil
Can't bring
Ron,
that shit back home.
man, listen, Lil Ron do shit that he see in the street to the house. We don't do that. What the fuck? Mm-mm. Lil Ron daddy willing to drink the Kool-Aid.
All right, Lil Ron Ron gonna say, well, this how we do it around here.
And then
That's
and then, and
crazy.
then you bust them up about the language when they say, well, it's not Egypt, and they want to say, oh, it's Temare. Now you know doggone well
Damn
ain't
well.
no hold on. Let me get this out, nephew. You know doggone well ain't nobody across here was saying some motherfucking Tamare until one person said it.
And and the people ain't even called the land Tamaray.
Right,
You see Tamaray in the hieroglyphs and say Tamaray because you don't know how to speak the language. The people called the land Meri. That glyph is not even spoken. That's a determination basically, right? It basically tell you what Meri is. So it's a determinative. So it's
Yeah,
telling you that Meri is a type of land. It's the same, it's different in Kemet because in Kemet it's actually spoken. You get what I'm saying? It's
hmm
spoken. And Meri is not spoken. It's beloved. It can be a person, so it can be a person behind it, which would mean they talking about a set. She's the beloved woman, or somebody mother that's a beloved woman.
right,
Then, right, they'll take that and say, well, nah, they say Ty Mary, you wrong. But look, this say Thai Americans, you're wrong. It says Het America. That's what the map says. It's Dutch. It says the Americans.
right,
Simply put, not
right,
to America, because if that was the case, somebody would have to explain how did the Dutch know the language of the Egyptians 299 years before the language was deciphered. I want any one of them to answer that question for me. How do you know the name of some shit 200 years before anybody know the name of some shit?
And then you had those Moors who don't follow Noble Dry Lee, that's renegades. They talk about, oh, it was called Umara Khan, who they
Um,
got from what he is. Hold on, let me see if I can do an impersonation. Knowing the Edamon,
Amarako.
i.e., uh,
bro, killing me. Chill out, bro.
Amarako.
Bro, that boy say it was called we would call Amorica, Amurica,
Mura.
Amu,
Amaraka. I say Amaraka. I say what the fuck? And then the way
i.e., i.e., El
That
Metakush,
nigga,
oh yeah,
El,
El
you making
El,
Kush.
shit up.
Oh my god.
El
You
Marak,
making shit up, boy.
or El Marak. See,
Metrum.
yeah,
All
El
this extra
Amet.
all this extra shit. What you were saying, Mutt?
I said they just be making that shit up. A Maxim. They gonna say that was the annex of a
Bro, dumb shit, bro. Here, what I'm saying,
annexation of America.
bro. All it is people lack tribal information. The fact that they don't know about their tribes and they make excuses. What do you mean they make excuses? I have to ask myself questions sometimes. What I'm saying is they'll say, well, I'm Cherokee. Okay, so why you saying America is Egypt? Well, the white man took over the tribe. Nah, nigga, nah. We ain't doing that. We not doing that, yo boy. Oh, I'm Choctaw. My grandma Chickasaw, but well, you gonna enroll? Nah, the white people. See, nah, we ain't doing that. Like we
What
not.
Boosie said, what Boosie said, come on, man.
Come on, come on, man.
Come on,
Come
man.
on, man. Like, bro, we not doing that. So people even it's them niggas that the people that even do this, they even make excuses not to do right. So it's like,
Right, which
oh,
don't make no sense, but then want to claim to something or want something handed to them. We want reparations or we want this. Or what are you? Are you black? Are you native? Are you?
and
What are you?
but
What is you?
that and this, you said something important. People want things handed to them. You get what I'm saying? It's like here's my point. In integration, interrogation. People will want to be a part of whatever you got going without even asking the proper questions, simply because they just want to be involved. How many times has that hurt someone or hurt a people? It hurt niggas in general. You were
Shit,
doing
every
better.
time.
You were doing better when you interrogated and you seen, wait, these people ain't ever gonna change. Only for them to put a puppet on stage because you knew it was a clown show. And then they put a puppet on stage and you changed your whole mentality for the puppet. So you integrated. You didn't interrogate, you integrated. Your schools that had black teachers, black principals, black janitors, black security guards, black PE teachers, black lunch ladies, and I'm using black because this is what it was at the time.
And black books.
Negro, all of these different all of this was of your quote unquote racial classification at this time. Indigenous, Native Americans, you had your own at this time. Bruh, most of our grandparents dropped out ain't dropped out, but they stopped going to school because what they were doing for real. Stop playing. Stop
Yeah,
playing. So I'm gonna
they was
learn
sick
your
of
language.
lies.
Come on, I'm gonna learn your language, learn your math, learn your history. Fourth grade, I'm back home. Right? But in the process of this going on, everybody look like you, everybody think like you. They give you a puppet and you say, fuck the interrogation that we did. We have the facts of the matter. We're gonna go integrate. This is like somebody, when we talk about enrollment, you have some say, well, I want to get adopted here. And it's like, well, you don't know if you fit there. But you know, well, my people originally come up out of the Wale. So, I want to be a part of what y'all got going. You don't even know if we are spiritually family, because you have spiritual family. Let's talk kinship. Within interrogation and integration. You have spirit family, right? Those that you connect with, you just know this is my family. Then you have those that you be like, damn, why is it always a clash between me and this person, right? Or why does this person just not fit in? That's interrogation. But imagine you interrogating this and then you still allow these people or this person to integrate. How can that hurt your family? How can that hurt the things that you stand for? How can that hurt the families that surround you? All of this tie in. You have to interrogate before you integrate. This is why people get taken over. They don't do no investigation anymore. They're why people so they mind fuck. We all right now can make a video called America is Egypt, and we have the tribal proof. And I guarantee you we'll have 3, 4, 500 views live. They won't do no investigation. We can just say shit. Y'all hear what I'm saying? We can just say shit and people will pick it up and run with it.
That's
All you
true.
have to do is use a certain keyword. No interrogation, but they're going to integrate. They'll bring this into their homes and teach this to their children. They'll sit their ass at work and have their AirPod in, listening to somebody explaining to them how America is Egypt. This is the day that we in. So this is the day that we in, and we've done the interrogation. Why would we let them people integrate into our societies? I'm asking y'all that. I want y'all to answer that. So y'all can
I
go ahead.
would, I wouldn't, because you can't come in here spreading no lies. We work too
Right.
hard. The elders, the people that actually do the work too hard to come in here and be not even debunked. To come in here and be and let somebody else spread fallacy throughout the people, that's crazy. Why would I want to reset on somebody else's bullshit? Nah, I need well, the reset or the restart gotta be cold hard truth.
They used the picture when they was moving the temple of Asanda from off the Nile. They was like, see, they took it apart. That was a part uh 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 of a park and museum. That wasn't real. And I'm like, dude, like really? I'm like, y'all don't even much know where that's coming from. They don't even much know where they was doing that at. I'm like, they're like, see, they took it apart like a puzzle. I'm like, dude, that's a part of the Asambel temple that's right there on the Nile that was flooding because what they
Kept on
did
and
was
it kept on flooding because it was in the
right,
middle.
right. So they had to move the temple. Like, dude, y'all just be on some bullshit, man. That's dangerous to
And then
have
they
them
don't even
come
know
in.
why it kept on flooding. Why did it keep on flooding? That was man-made flooding in the first place. The aqueducts was made by the people of that land because they needed the vegetation. That without the Nile flowing a certain way, they don't get green around the area because it would be too dried out. They had to force that flooding anyway. So yeah, they knew, hey, we gotta pull back Abu Samal because what we did initially, we didn't expect it to flood where it ended up flooding to. So then we had to pull it back and create and recreate a new aqueduct. That way it don't continue to flood into the land. Like
Right.
the science is there, the common sense is there. And then when these people don't turn around and read or take in certain somebody else, nah, let me take that back. They just don't read because you don't sit. They just don't sit up here and they taking in somebody information for what they hear, not for not not to look it up for themselves.
I
And
always
even
said this. They don't never investigate before they propagate.
never.
No, I see. And that book, that shit paper thin, bro. My shit, bro, my shit like 275 points. This one only 107. But that one line, interrogate them, do not integrate with them, is powerful because again, you have I wanna like when Paul say they don't investigate before they propagate, right? Before they teach this shit. This is
Mhm.
why you have to be careful who you dealing with when it comes to tribal ties, right? Kinship ties. When you say those people over there are family or familiar, what you saying is we are on the same wave. That's family. That's familiar. When you dealing with people that are not familiar, those that are not in tune for real, you really have to avoid those people. You have to avoid those people. You have to protect your.
They
You have to
they
protect
get
yourself.
too caught up in them facades that be on that them trends that come around. And people don't realize that right now we in an era where spirituality ain't real spirituality. You got to figure it out for yourself. It's more of a trend now than it was 20 years ago, bro. Spirituality used to be a secret or kept sacred back 20 years ago. Now it's like niggas don't discover what spirituality is, and they like, oh well, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, I'm that. We this, we that. I done told a few people like, hey bro, you gotta stop telling everybody that they Allah people, or you gotta stop telling everybody that this is we all his Hebrew Israelites. Like, bro, because that's not that would not be true for a lot of us. So like you gotta deal with who you are. Well, if I'm what I am, then everybody else is too. Why? Because they look like you? That's not true. There's a lot of people in other different tribes that might look like me. That don't make us related.
Man, you got
Might be
family
able
members that don't even look like you right now. So
big facts
like,
because they
but
mix.
it's like this, right? The unifying principle has to be the facts of the matter, right? If we can't speak on the facts of the matter and we only can deal in your truth, then we're not dealing for real. That's how
Right.
I
That's
view
the
it.
thing.
You feel me? That's just how I view it. Human, we're here, right? So us being here, those of us of like mind have to do it, to have to unify, have to do this shit together. But you have to interrogate to get there. You have to interrogate to get there. Cause if you don't and you just integrate, this shit come back and hurt you. So now all these people that's teaching that America is Egypt, what happens in 5 years when the people that was teaching them say that they was wrong? Because now they want to get into actual tribal nations or tribes, confederacies, clans, and things like that.
Boy, you gonna have some angry motherfuckers out there.
Ain't it? Already, man, listen, the matriarchs already spoke. Them boys can vouch for me. They not going for that America is Egypt shit. That's why I tell people I wanna Wale, man. Oh, how do I, man, listen, if you that. Don't come to me, you feel me? Don't come to me mixing up and mashing. We not doing that. I'm
Hmm.
Wale, but I believe America is Egypt. Well, go be
Hey,
you Wale,
hey,
but you could be that over there.
hey, what you just said is prominent because like I was with my mom the other day when I sent y'all that picture. When I sent y'all that picture online, I mean, when we was taking a trip
Yeah, it was in the
behind,
road.
yeah. So my mama, she's like, them white people were lying. Them white people was lying. Ain't no such thing as no damn Negro land. It wasn't even on the map. And I said, "Oh, mama, hold on now. You said to me that Africa used to be called Negro land, and you showed me a map of it like a few years ago." I said, "What happened?" I said, "Mama, what happened to you thinking that?" She said, "Nick, that was a lie." I said, "So, mama, you feeling?" I said, "So, mama, when I was telling you that it was a lie and you wouldn't listen to me, and I was telling you, I said, why would you think it's called Negro land?" And she was like, I forgot what her reason was, but when I told her, I said, "Mama, them white people gonna call it what they said that they when they got over there. They got over there and they seen a bunch of black people, so they called it Negro land." I said it's a common misnomer. I said stuff happens a lot when people can control the narrative. So now the other day when we riding down the highway, she said, "Them white people was lying. It ain't called no damn Negro land." I said, "Now you getting what I'm coming from. Like, you gotta stop falling into what them people write down as your story, and it ain't even yours." I said, "We don't even come from over there." I said, I said, we didn't spend all this time going up and down this highway. I said, you got to realize that you got somebody in your family really doing this work, and I really read these books versus you just getting on the internet or because my mama a diehard Christian. Don't get me wrong, diehard. You can't tell her nothing else, bro. Like I can't I can't argue with her about anything. If it ain't got nothing to do with Jesus, she don't want to hear it. So that's her politics. Her politics is Jesus. And I respect that. I can't change her mind on that. She grew up like that. My cycle got my mom, but my mama don't even know that she the reason why I'm not a Christian. And it's not because of me bumping heads with her, but it's because of her evangelizing to me and saying, "Son, you supposed to move in the likeness of Christ." When she told me that, I said, "Oh, so Jesus not real. Jesus is supposed to be me." I interpreted for my own. How she said it to me is how I interpreted it. So my mother is the reason why I'm truly not even a Christian. So I'm over, and but she don't even know that. She the one that made me start thinking a little bit more versus her trying to drill into somebody that the blood of Christ, blah blah blah, yada yada. Why would I believe that when what run through me ran through my ancestors and it ran through her? I still got the same blood type as my mother. So why would I think that somebody else's so-called blood is what's running through me when I know for a fact that my lineage don't tie back to no Jesus or Yahshua or whoever they want to call it. It just don't make no sense. So if if I'm sitting up here, that's where all of that lookology and the spookisms that shit come from. They still people still religious, and that's what Doc was trying to say. Hey man, y'all really still religious. I've been trying to give y'all this real truth for over 30 years. I mean, I only got 30 years to give y'all the real truth, but y'all don't want to leave out of the temples of religion, the pillars of religion. Same with the people now today. They don't want to leave out of them same pillars. They just put that energy towards something else and trying to claim it as their own. Man, I ain't even heard about a Hebrew Israelite until 5 years ago, 5, 6 years ago. Couldn't even tell you what a Hebrew Israelite was until they start popping up everywhere with Captain Tazariak.
But my thing is with this, right? For them to say that they're Hebrew Israelites, it's like, dude, how you know that you're of the tribe of Judah, the tribe of Benjamin, the tribe of Dan, the tribe of Gad, the tribe of Asher? How you know that you of these tribes and you niggas can't even much get back to your grandmother who fourth time or fifth time removed,
Right.
or your grandfather? So how would y'all able to say that?
Oh, I'll tell them. Let me run down your genealogy real quick, and it ain't gonna take me long. I, I get to your great great grandparents before you figured out whatever blood tie you got to whatever tribe that you speak on. But that's because they don't want to leave the religion aspect out of it. They still, if their mind is the fear of God, right? That's really what it is, bro. They scared. That it's oh, if I leave my religion behind, then I'm gonna be left behind. So they take that concept of they God with them wherever they go. Yeah,
But
that's
look what I
fine.
asked them though. I said, if your homeland is supposed to be Israel, I'm like, why y'all still over here? And old boy said, oh, we gotta wait till the prophecy filled with Jesus. I'm like, huh? I'm like, y'all don't even much believe in the messianic Yahshua or Yeshua. Like, dude, why y'all not? Same thing with Haile Selassie. You know what I'm saying? You go run from Ethiopia, but yet you go through Jerusalem to fly out of Tel Aviv to go to Britain, England. But yet in World War II, Israel wasn't even much touched. So why you had to go from Ethiopia to Tel Aviv all the way to motherfucking Britain? And then it say, okay, y'all say he's supposed to be the prophecy of being the kings of kings and lord of lords, but why he didn't set his throne that he's supposed to be the king or the descendant of David? Why he didn't bring the throne back to Jerusalem if he's supposed to be the emperor of the Israelites? Why that was not under his kingdom? But yet y'all lit some Ashkenazis in them who are the Ashkenazians of Genesis chapter 10, verse 5, who are actually Gentiles, come and take your land, but y'all didn't. Like, come on, bro. Like, that don't make no sense to me. You supposed to have been of the line of David by way of Makeda and Solomon, but you didn't bring the throne back to Israel to fulfill the prophecy. That's why I got problems with Rastafarians. That's a whole nother topic. Am I right or am I wrong?
Oh, that shit weird to me, cause goddamn, I don't. How are you a Hebrew Israelite when somebody else called you Ibri? My shit be simple. My shit be simple. Like, somebody called you Ibri. Hebrew even a fucking Hebrew word. Hebrew is fucking Latin. It's it's an extended version of another word from another language. That's number one. Number two, I don't even understand why people still own that shit, but it's the same thing as America is Egypt. Israelites come in so many different factions, bro. That shit not even funny. Some Israelites believe in Jesus, some don't believe in Jesus. Some believe in he coming back. Some believe he already returned. That shit weird to me. People better like, and here's the thing though. People will leave that camp, right? People will leave Nuwapu. People will leave the Moorish Science Temple and take that information and say, well, we gonna twist it and make America Egypt. But one thing that all of these people that say America is Egypt have in common, I bet y'all don't know what it is. Y'all know what it is. It's the Bible. They're afraid to let that Bible go. That's why they always have to refer to the Bible.
Bingo. And you know who also cast that spell like that? Yeah. The reason why Egypt is America because corn is only in America. North America is the Egypt of the Bible. That's what Horace Butler said. That's what he said. And I,
Crazy.
and I said to myself, man, because they said corn. Okay, well, why the fuck it don't talk about the peas? Why it don't talk about the beans? Why it don't talk about the squash?
Facts.
Why it don't talk about the
Facts.
sunflower? Why it don't talk about the tobacco? Why it don't talk about none of that in the Bible? So you just go relative that's to say corn? Just corn by
Facts.
itself. Just corn by itself.
Man.
And
It,
corn wasn't even much to North America. Corn was in South America. And it
and
wasn't even
then
corn.
ask they ask what's the Hebrew word for maize? See the problem is they'll see fucking wheat and barley and be
Mm-hmm.
like, oh look, they got corn on the wall. They got maize on the wall. Them niggas stupid as hell.
Mm.
Them niggas stupid as hell. Yeah, dude, I'm gonna definitely check in to see if I could do that video about the Americas Egypt. If not, I just do it here. We probably could run a collab. I know how
Yeah.
to tap into both channels so you can be live on multiple channels at the same time and shit.
Okay.
Let me see.
And they don't
But
even much know how corn. They don't even know how corn came about.
facts. Let me see. Maze and hieroglyphs.
Yeah, then we already come to the conclusion that corn was a mutation anyway, right?
Yeah, it's a hybrid. But look, I
Right.
had one person that's a Hebrew. He said, "Do you know what the name of the corn goddess was? Her name was Sarah, because Abraham was over here, and that was
What
his
the
wife."
fuck?
Yay!
I ain't never
Yeah,
heard nothing like that.
yeah. It's on YouTube. I'll shoot y'all the channel. I'll shoot y'all the channel. He said,
Corn
"Oh
Hell
yeah,
goddess.
no.
Error.
yeah." When I send y'all the video, you're gonna be like, "Dang, this nigga said that." Yeah, he said that Sarah was the corn goddess, and that was Abraham's wife because Abraham was one of the chiefs that was a Cherokee down here in the Americas, and his wife was the corn goddess named Sarah.
Hell
Yeah.
no.
He a Hebrew now. He a Hebrew.
Yeah, these fools, man, they try to they try, bro.
He
They
said
gonna
the
try.
tribal elders lied.
The tribal
Hell no.
elders lied. Hey,
Yeah, he
you
said the
can't be.
tribal elders lied.
That mean
And
you
he
can't.
said,
That mean you ain't tried then, because how you gonna? So you got
man,
more knowledge than the ancestors.
when I
Wow,
see
bro.
y'all this video, y'all go,
Ooh,
man, well,
Oh, these dumb ass niggas.
make no sense, man.
That's
But
dumb.
that's what they call what Umar say. That's the only thing. What he say? Include what he say? Inclusion, the illusion of inclusion. Yeah, nigga.
Nah, facts.
That's
Facts.
what that is. The illusion of inclusion. That shit. They really want to
and then
be
he said, and then
associated
he
with
said this too.
everything.
And then he said Noah's Ark is right there in Carolina, in South Carolina.
That's crazy. Soil.
Oh, you talk about, or is you talking about in Virginia when they talk about uh
Oh.
Roanoke and Ruark? You
Yeah,
talking about that?
yeah.
Them
So
boys are them boys some clowns. Try. That's funny, man.
these niggas done confused barley with maize.
hmm
They confuse barley with maize. They don't know what barley do, what barley make.
Bruh. Cereal is
Bar
cereal.
barley make hot.
That's crazy.
Barley
It bit
barley is
say.
what is used to
Hold
ferment
on,
beer.
cuz pardon me. What it's a question that say, what is y'all opinion on the Israelites saying y'all as indigenous people are part of the 12 tribe?
That chart was made by a pale face who was actually wrong. And that chart been debunked so many times, it ain't even much funny. Because if you was to go to the Second Kings, if you go to Second Kings, they tell you where the 10 lost tribes of Israel was taken to. They say they was taken to Assyria. They didn't say they came over here to the Americas. They say they was taken to Assyria. It was never heard of no more. That was the 10 northern tribes. The two southern tribes didn't get taken away. So that's right there in the second.
Now the two southern tribes ended up with Nebuchadnezzar and his rule. So they stayed right there. They stayed right there in Africa. That
Facts.
was
He ended up giving them
they
their law. when I was debating the Israelite, I said, bro, y'all got y'all law from a Persian.
Yeah, because Ezra had to rewrite the whole thing again. That's why they call him Ezra the
Yeah,
scribe.
yeah,
Yeah, that was dealing with the Babylonian captivity.
Babylonians, facts.
yeah, yeah.
Right. But then the Assyrians came after. The Assyrians was the ones that came
But
after.
they won't even say that Assyria, he get that knowledge and that wisdom from being in Babylonian Empire. So y'all law come from a Babylonian background anyway.
Yeah.
That's why they like to. That's why they like to wear them. Where they regalia look like they from the medieval times.
Go Power Rangers.
Yeah, that's why y'all looking like that, cause y'all mad, cause y'all was out here dressed like the Syrians, and y'all want to call yourself Hebrew. Okay, put a lion on my chest, just like the Romans. Okay,
But it's because they ass is really them.
yeah.
Like the New Testament was literally created by the Roman Empire. Bro, hell nah. Why my dog at the Dolphins game, yo boy? Why Tariq Hill just got arrested, yo boy? Why they
Huh?
arrested Tyreek Hill? That's crazy.
The right
That
receiver? The right
hell
receiver?
Nah,
yeah.
nah, you
Oh no,
lying.
okay. He just texted back. He said he was detained, but they say he gonna play.
Oh, okay.
Detained for
Yeah.
what, bro? I got money on Tyreek. Boy, they better stop.
Yeah, that's
LOL.
Cheetah Man right there. That's Cheetah
Yeah.
Man. Okay.
Right.
They've been calling him that ever since he went to Ole Miss. Cheetah Man.
They trying to book tickets early. Oh hell nah. He was trying to let his family in early and shit. So the like police got mad and shit. I ain't gonna lie. I do want some abortion today, y'all boys, but I ain't gonna have none.
And
why
then
when I
and then
why when I say that I be talking about eggs?
and then at the
Oh no.
same time, and then at the
Some
same time,
abortion. Boy, too.
it wasn't even much it wasn't even much the Israelites that rebuilt the temple. You know, it was the Romans that rebuilt the temple under Herod.
Yeah, that's that. Yep, so did.
But I'm still trying to figure out why they don't have the arrest records of Jesus.
I mean, technically, everything they got at so-called Jesus is made up, regardless. We understand what the Council of Nicaea
Oh
scripted
yeah,
and they wrote down. So um now, but you're right. Like for them to say like had him in that story where you got Pontius Pilate washing his hands of
of the
the
trial. Yeah,
yeah, like all of that should be actually recorded somewhere in record. You're
right,
right.
right,
Because they definitely had scribes in that time
right.
that would write that pretty much is a court stenographer. So
Yeah,
yeah, they definitely was gonna keep a record or something like that, and that would be important if you're gonna send
right,
somebody to a crucifix. They got records of everybody else's crucifix.
right. That's where the interrogation come in at. Well, where is it?
Nobody want me to interrogate them. They gonna run.
Man, they say that boy Xavier Howard sent legit his naked pictures of his mama.
Hell
Huh?
no.
Bro. Bitch said, no wonder that nigga ain't on no team, man.
That
He
nigga
sent
Wow.
somebody
wild.
naked pictures of his mama.
Yes, bro.
Wow.
Bro, that's crazy, yo, boy.
How he get them?
He was hitting the mama.
That's heinous.
That's
Hey,
heinous. Hey, cuz that's kangaroo, cuz.
Yeah, yeah, that's Tangerez,
nigga
man.
say how he get him, boy. That's the question you gotta ask.
That happened like in the NBA when your boy was hitting old boy mama and he could play on the team no more.
And
Yeah,
that was set
yeah.
up by the man, man. They knew that man was gonna be a beast, man. They had to get him out of his element, man. For real.
Nigga like, boy, you can call me stepdaddy now.
Hey, Derek Fisher, a whole nother Negro for real.
And you know your mama polished my knob too, boy.
Hey, nah, I ain't gonna lie. That
Boy,
boy Derek Fisher even worse, yo, boy. Man.
Hey, that wasn't the only mama he was hitting either.
Nah, hell nah, yo, boy. That boy Delonte would have to been crushing. But you hitting LeBron mama, you hitting other niggas mama too, yo, boy. For real, you ain't just stop at LeBron mama.
Hell nah.
If you did, you green for real, yo, boy.
That nigga probably hit Boogie Gibson mama or shit. He probably hit what's her name?
He hit Egalskis mama.
He, he probably done knocked out Keisha Cole back in the day, boy.
Man, listen. That shit serious, yo, boy. I tell nigga, boy, you you hit my sister. She grown. What's up, mamas?
But my mamas, my aunties, the mama, they all plenty, boy.
Mm-hmm. Okay, man. All right.
Yep, that's
Ooh, I want
Southside
that one.
Field to play. He gonna be the nigga make me some money.
I want that one. Ooh. Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, investigate. People gotta investigate, man. Cause I ain't gonna lie. I swear to God, the day my child come home talking about America is Egypt, they ass is getting pulled out of school.
Instantly, because why? I shouldn't have to unlearn you from that and then relearn you all over again every damn day.
Yeah, I'm not sending you to the devil anyway, yo boy. That's why people need to stop playing and get accreditation so they can teach their own children. And I'm gonna get everybody a free bone right now. You know how you do it? You a tribal people. You should easily homeschool your children. You can do an online homeschool. You I could do Florida virtual school and have your children online in a setting where
Yep.
everyone is actually learning, and the mothers that's there or the men that's educated to actually teach or qualified to teach those classes, they teach those classes, right? You have your whole system from your daycare to your pre-K and your kindergarten to your elementary school to your secondary, you feel me, to your middle school and your secondary. You have all of that there and you have your accreditation. If you don't have that and you still sending your kids to the devil, then you can't complain when they act like little demons at home. You should have been the way, you feel me? Like, so, yeah, yeah, definitely something to talk about. But you
Yeah,
really
well,
can't talk about a nation of your own if you're not educating your own.
yeah, and then we also live in an era where people don't want to really raise their children, so that's why they
Right,
really send them off to school. They
man.
use that school as a daycare. They don't want to talk about that.
Bro, these kids, and every any child that's 10 years old, any child, what was it? Any child that's what 10 to 14, all they know is iPhone and iPad. You know what?
Yeah,
We was that we was that generation where them brick phones was just getting put up, beepers, brick phones.
Yeah, I'm still coming from the I'm still coming from
Yeah.
the pager era. Yeah,
Heck, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Man, then you get the 2000, you get a flip phone. Everybody think they the shit. They got a flip phone now. 2007, yeah, I get a touch
Phone barely
screen.
got the internet. Yeah.
Come on now, phone got internet now. Ain't no more mixtape jukebox.
And Google wasn't what it was.
This shit lit. YouTube upgraded. Bitch used to go on YouTube just to watch cat videos, man.
Right.
So the world
YouTube
definitely different.
wasn't nothing back then.
The world is definitely different, but there are also solutions to the world, not to the world's problems, but to our immediate problems. The issue is people be looking at the world and forgetting about their immediate problems and end up not getting shit done for real. How you gonna change the world? And oh well, we being miseducated. Well, what system do you have in place that you can properly educate the children of your nation without sending them to the devil? People feel like they have to send their kids to the devil. They really don't, bro. It just take those that know to, now that you've done the investigation, to start enacting the solution. You can stay on curriculum. You can have a non-profit. You can receive donations. You can have your tribe put up the bread to get these same textbooks or different textbooks that's still up to date. But if you have to correct that information that's in there, you can at your own time on your land. That's your curriculum.
Start your own mission. Yeah.
Come on now. We gonna read this about the Revolutionary War, and it's gonna talk about Paul Revere and all of this shit. Okay, now you
And
learn.
that's
Nephew,
Okay, this is the
nephew, if
book.
y'all still on, I gotta
Talk
go
to me.
take care of the situation, so I'll be back if y'all still on.
All right,
Come
say no more.
on.
Just hit the link.
All right.
Yeah.
and
So
also that's what the Masons and the Order of the Eastern Stars was actually doing back then. They was setting up schools,
right,
setting up. They was the people, the founders and the builders of the community. Like that's how a township would come together. Oh,
facts.
we gonna start off with a mission church right here. This mission church is also gonna be the school for the kids as well. Then after that, we gonna set up a post office. Now once we set up a post office, we got a township. We can
Right,
start our own. We can govern our own. That's what they was really
facts,
doing back then with the masonry and the Order of the
facts.
Eastern Stars.
Bruh, in our hood, like we had churches set up. So like I could name the churches like Bethel, Mount Moriah, Mount Sinai, St. Pete. It's certain Sweet Home. It's certain churches that were established not only as churches, but these were low key military bases from invasions from
Yep.
the Klan, bro. And I can actually show this in text. You feel me? So the Masons basically was defending our neighborhood from the Caucasians. Now, what happened was one generation passed. One of the families, the Bethel family, their son ended up going to like a PWI type shit. He came back home. Now he's speaking against his family. Oh, they're not supposed to be going to war with them, and the Masons say that all men are their brothers. If that's the case, why are they killing white men? Like you get like he's really doing this, yo
Yeah.
boy, in the papers, yo boy, and
They
his
took the same.
daddy,
They took them people took the same oath as us.
bro.
Nah, bro.
No, and bro, the shit crazy because they Seminole too. Some of their family end up going to Oklahoma. But they was like, oh, that's where the spirit of our neighborhood come from. It's from the Black Seminoles and the Seminoles that left to the Bahamas and came back. So they say that's who make up our neighborhood type shit. So with that going on, bro really turned on his people, and the hood started to lose everything, yo boy. Like the hood, 500 and something acres. 100 acres was dedicated to feeding everybody. So every morning when you was taking your kids to school, they literally had a program where you could come, your whole family, bro, mama, daddy, and children, come to the church and eat breakfast together, yo boy. School ain't starting 6, 7 in the morning. Everybody could come to the church and eat, have a family breakfast every day, and not have to pay anything. That's true freedom, bro. That's real liberation to me. Ooh, yeah, that's real liberation to me, bro. Oh shit, Crane trying to get back in. There you go.
Yeah, definitely. That's some real liberation. Them people, and it's a shame that them people sit up in their own churches, walk past a placard that say this church was built by so and so Freemason or Masonry or the Grand Lodge, blah blah blah. You walk right past the placard like that, and then you'll sit up here and say, "Oh, Masonry is the devil. That's the Illuminati. Who built your church, bro?"
Yeah, you know what killed me too is the niggas online. They be talking shit about about black Masons, only to quote white Masons by saying that America is Egypt. I don't think they ever peeped that though. They literally talk shit about black Masons, and then will quote Augustus LaPlante, who is a Euro Mason. So it's like you don't even trust the niggas that look like you, but you will go trust the pale skin. Even if you shouldn't trust them niggas, you would trust the European. That's crazy as shit. That's why I say most people that teach that got a European Y chromosome, bro. It's mostly men, and it's mostly men that teach that. They Europeans at heart, bro. I'm telling you. See,
They trying to instill the same fear that was instilled to them.
basically, ain't nothing but learned behavior. It's been in their DNA for all these years.
Right.
Been in their DNA for all these years. Now I say, bro, we got to be careful, and everybody else has to be careful because, like, I don't care about I don't care about people doing their own thing, bro. I'm not associating our thing with, you know what I'm saying? Like with the
Right.
bullshit people do. Like, don't tell me you are lady and be like, America is Egypt, right, bro? No. Don't tell me I'm Wale and we the oldest on the planet. Nah, don't nah, listen, bro. I don't play
Don't
those
say
games.
that. Don't say that either.
That I be saying like, oh, we don't do that, yo boy. Like that's not that's not our thing. So like people ask me all type of shit, bro. Like how do I like somebody asked me it was all right question, but it was like, oh, how do I basically like how do I nigga basically asking how do he stay friends with his friend who don't believe what he believe, and I'm like, bro, that shit is religion, yo boy. He a Mormon. He believe black people come from white people. You believe white people come from black people. I say I don't give a damn. Both of y'all believe in some shit. You get what I'm saying?
All
Like
right.
y'all both believe what y'all believe. Y'all could still be friends. That don't have to be the topic of conversation if y'all friends for real. Like I got a dog that's an Israelite, but me and him don't argue about anything because we done had the conversation. Oh yeah, boy, I'm an Israelite. Woo, woo, woo. So how you feel about Africa? Oh yeah, boy, I got cousins over there, boy. Woo, woo, woo. Ain't no how to woo. This what I am, what I do. Woo, woo. Okay, cool. That's the end of the conversation. If y'all really dogs, that's the end of the conversation. Y'all not dogs for real. Y'all just talk to each other because y'all like to debate each other. That's it. Y'all spirit don't even get along. Your spirits don't even get along. Interrogate before you integrate with these people. Because for me, it's not about being the oldest on the planet. It's just about telling the stories right.
But yeah, just tell it correctly.
Some people, oh well, he just
And if
wants
you
to
can't tell your and if you can't tell the story correctly, just tell your story.
just tell your story. Fact. Oh, he just wants the Wale to be older. His agenda is to make the Wale older than everybody so he can say, no, 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 no. What we saying is before y'all Bigfoot motherfuckers came over here, niggas was already over here
Niggas
vibing.
already here. Yeah.
That's all we saying. Oh, so you saying that y'all what we saying is, yo, what?
And then they don't even realize that we speaking on a region of the planet of the United States. We speaking on a certain region. We not speaking on what happened directly in the West and everything like that
Right.
because
So it's
that
like,
ain't our
okay,
story.
it's like, okay, we say, you know what? We know these stories, but we gonna tell ours, and we gonna tell ours from the point of view of the East, but not from just the point, but from the East. Like you get what I'm saying? So
Man,
it's like how you get mad that we telling the story from the East, unless what you ain't had that part of the story. You get what I'm saying? So you just catch it up. You don't know what's really going on. Bro, we understand that us and all these different people that fought the same fight, especially when the boats came, the big ass boats came over here. So we fought the same fight. We get that. It's just like trying to equate everybody as one or trying to make yours the big dog, knowing you get what I'm saying,
yeah,
knowing
it just
that there's somebody that predates you is crazy as shit. So it was also said by someone. It was like, they was like, oh, the Yamasi, they was a big dog in the southeast. It's like, bro, you trying to start some shit. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you ain't you ain't trying to teach. You trying to start some shit.
yeah, that's true. Because
So
if you know how a tribe system works, bro, why would you sit up here and say our everybody is this? Like that don't even make no sense
right.
because we know what tribes truly are, bro. We know that there are many different peoples.
Thank you. So watch this. A nigga can't say my people and talk about a whole tribe. You can't do that. And the reason you can't
Nah,
do that because everybody in the tribe ain't your people. So the game. This is why when the questions or certain questions are asked, like, okay, well, what town, right, or what branch? A lot of people don't understand what's truly being asked, because when we say like Wale, right, that's a culmination of different people. So remember, I asked Shorty, I'm like, okay, you said Wale, but what branch? And then we asked Fool, when we asked dude online, when we was like, okay, you say you Yamasi, what branch? And he's like, well, what do you mean what branch? And it's like, whoa. Like that was telling. You get what I'm saying?
yeah,
Because some Wale became known as Yamasi, some Tamukwa, some Ochesi, Okate, uh Kusa, right? Cherokee, all of these different people start being called this name in the 16th in 1660, 1670. So if you say, well, they were the big dog, you're right. You're talking about everybody, but in that sense of him saying it, he was trying to limit it to a specific people.
Yep.
You can't do that. It's like saying the Creeks. Oh, the Creeks ran the Southeast in the 1800s. It's like how the fuck when everybody you call it Creek wasn't Creek, and everybody that ran it wasn't a Creek. So you have to investigate. You have to be very, very careful with this shit. You got to be careful with this. You have to be careful with this. I'm telling you.
Somebody in the chat, real world.
Yeah. Shit. You no, I ain't got you as a what's the name. Let me drop the link if you want to ask any questions. Guess invite. How do I? Oh, they're not letting me. What's the name? They're not letting me drop. Hold on.
Yeah, we definitely gonna have to do it. America is Egypt. I can't even say you put debunk on there. You put debunk on there, and it's gonna it might the people gonna come in there combative. But if you put like make it a misnomer, America is Egypt, and then they come in and they find out that we talking about America not being Egypt, we're gonna get a lot more clicks.
Now I'm already knowing. I'm gonna clickbait it.
Yeah, clickbait that shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely clickbait it. What I was talking about though. Hold on, I'm gonna lick that. Ooh, she got me doing dishes.
And then like clickbaiting, you put like Ramses on there. Ramses on the River Grand.
Bro, hey, I'm gonna need to get that book, Ramses, the Father of Ancient America again. I'm gonna be man. America is Egypt. Tennessee is Ta-Nehisi. I got the proof.
Not knowing that man came over
I got the proof. See that, but this the difference though. We can teach about him coming over here without teaching that this land is Egypt.
Right.
They
Yep.
can't. They'll see some shit like that and be, oh look, he must have been. It's weird shit. Just like no, he came over here. He was like the gang is Khan, but he was a cool nigga though. He was a red haired, dark skinned nigga with green eyes. Weird as shit. We've never seen this shit like that before. You feel me? And when he came over here, all the women was like, "Aye, ooh, papi." And he
Is
was
he
like,
related to the people that come out of the caves or what?
"What, bro? Like, yeah. I'm that real nigga, bit dog over there in the east." And they was like, "Shit, we thought this was the east." And he said, "No, you East Coast, I far East
Far
Coast."
East
Why East
Coast.
Coast?
Nah, y'all in the West.
This shit
Hell no.
crazy.
What about the ones over there in Florida? Nah, they in the East, man. Y'all tripping, man.
Yeah, that's the great thing is when you can actually teach, bro, without when you can teach this shit with the facts of the matter, it becomes so beautiful. That shit be
Yeah,
beautiful to me.
it do because it leaves no room for debate. It leaves only room for students to listen, and
Facts.
you'll get and you're gonna get a better understanding when you realize like damn I ain't got nothing to combat this. Bet. Now let me just sit back and let these ears do what they supposed to do. Instead of hearing, I'm
Facts.
listening.
Man, I'm be real like they are dumb. My thing is, like I said, bro. Speaking on this comment, American niggas have been hurt so much, they gonna cling on to anything that make them feel good.
Hold on. And then for
American
some
niggas
reason
want
they came
American niggas
home
want
to Egypt.
America to be China. They want Japan to be floating in the Mississippi River and shit. Like But again, it happens because they were
They
miseducated. And
do. They
being that
do.
they were
That I'm always
miseducated,
gonna say we
they feel like they
Asiatic.
gotta properly educate themselves and they ain't doing shit but furthering their miseducation.
Asiatic Black American. Damn, that's a lot of hyphens in
Man,
there.
niggas say when I come into somebody, bro, and they name 3, 4, they name 5, 6, 7 tribes, that shit spooked me, your boy. Cause we understand our family cloak terms. We understand how they became cloak terms. Our elders tell us how they became cloak terms. So one could say, well, okay, yeah, some of my family, and niggas say, well, I got Cherokee blood, I got Creek blood, but all Creeks don't have the same blood, and all
Well,
Creek
that's true.
blood ain't quote unquote Creek blood or Cherokee blood. So what happens when the tribal name changes? Does the blood change too?
Come on.
Uh-oh. So you could have family that was a part of the Cherokee Confederacy or that union, and you could have family that wasn't. And now they classify as this or that. That's why it's important to know what's really going on. That's why it's important to know what's really going on. Because for me,
That's why it's important to know what's going on. That's why it's important to find out where your people so called live during a certain period of time.
facts, yeah.
Because if you know that, you're gonna know if you just even if you just don't even know everything about who your people are, if you know a location in which they originated from, that's gonna set you apart from a lot of people. And that's what they should know. Like that's gonna be your defining breakdown is when you find out, oh, my people, they originated in Wyoming. Okay, well, what happened in Wyoming during that time? Now you can figure out who your people really truthfully was because you in Wyoming during a certain period of time, they was the only people there. For I'm just making something up, but your people might or them people might have been a certain. It might have only been two tribes in Wyoming at the entire during for 100 years or for 200 years. And, you gotta know stuff like that. Or you go all the way into Tennessee and you find out that damn Tennessee had like 7 different tribes all throughout the state, and they was fighting over territory for however many amount of years or something like that. It's smart to find those things out about yourself than to just group yourself in with the blood. Oh, my blood Cherokee. Yeah, I might be Cherokee, but when I go back and I look at where them people was living on a native map, that wasn't Cherokee territory. That might have been Soya territory or Shoshone territory. You don't know that until you do that type of digging. But then you want to sit up, but you can't sit up here and say America is Egypt and say, well, Tennessee is Tennessee and Memphis is Cairo and yada yada. But before Memphis was called Memphis or Cairo was even became Cairo, it was something before that, and that don't correlate with what got written down. So how Memphis is too new. Athens is too new. You know what I'm saying? Like Rome, Georgia is too new.
Facts. Facts. Hold on, y'all. Let me let Crane back in.
Like when I was
I'm like,
down at
damn, boy, nobody can hear nothing.
oh no, we couldn't hear nothing, man.
Yeah,
I was
right.
down there at the matter of fact, I was down there at the Creek Nation with Auntie last week and I seen a map that that further along like showing me something about my own family. I asked the historian. I say, and I'm in Creek Nation. I say, yo, where did this map come from? Because this is the first time that I seen these districts on a map outside of seeing them on my people's paperwork, right? Because like on my relatives' paperwork, I got it say what district have you lived in? And it say I live in the Kuisui district. And I'm like, I don't know what the hell Kuisui is, but guess what? I found the map just recently that say the same district is on there, and it give me a region and where the land was. They land as far as where they set up shop when they got to Oklahoma. Like, okay. So I asked Letty, I said, where does map come from? Oh, that's not a Creek map. That's a Cherokee map. Thank you. I needed that. So now let me take pictures of this map because I ain't never seen this in no book, and I ain't never, this is my first time seeing it. So that kind of, helped me out with pinpointing geographical location. And that's still me finding something new about or missing information about my own people versus sitting up there saying, okay, so these people lived here, and I'm gonna call that my man. Nah, bro, I just couldn't do that. I can't sit up here and claim somebody else's territory as my own.
Fuck shit. Y'all boys, let me finish doing what I'm doing in the kitchen. I'll jump back on later. I'm cooking and shit.
You say 6:30, right?
Yeah, I should be on like 6:30.
Man,
Okay,
we gotta
bet.
make it. We gotta make it damn near 5:30 because 6:30 your time gonna be in the evening. It's gonna be 7:30. I mean, hold on. No, yeah, yeah.
Shit,
Okay, never mind. You right. It's gonna be
I'm gonna
six
just
thirty
let
your
you.
time.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, yeah. Okay, I bet.
say less.